This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1006. 5 simple ways to get your kids outside this summer. And 10 free summer activities for kids. Both by Adina Soclof of ParentingSimply.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the show. I am your host and narrator, Greg Adina, and I am here with you once again to read from some of the best relationship blogs and books that we can find. Well, we are a few days into the summer now, everybody, and it looks as though there's a lot to be hopeful for this summer in terms of being able to have get-togethers safely. And parents, that means more opportunities to get rid of the kids for a few hours. God bless them. So today I've got 2 short posts from Adina Soclof of Parenting Simply, and they are both full of ways to ensure that your kids get outside and have healthy, happy summers ahead. So let's check these out, learn a thing or two, and start optimizing your life. 5 simple ways to get your kids outside this summer by Adina Soclof of ParentingSimply.com. I know that when I am stuck on a writing assignment, it's time for a walk. I am not alone. People need to be outside in nature. It helps them think, gets their creative juices flowing, and is a natural, very natural, stress reducer. Being outside is essential for kids, especially children who have difficulties attending to tasks. Children are typically fascinated with nature. They love animals and enjoy doing anything outdoors, like inspecting insects, digging for worms, camping, fishing, and playing sports. A child's attention can be improved once they spend some time outdoors in nature. They are better able to concentrate, complete tasks, and follow directions. Summer is obviously the perfect time to head outside and get that time in nature that we need. Here are 5 things you can do to make sure that you spend as much time as you can outdoors with your kids. Have a picnic in your backyard. I have a tray at the ready in my kitchen, and I pile on our dinner stuff. The kids are always eager to help. I grab disposable plates, cups and cutlery, and a blanket, and have an impromptu picnic. It is a lot of fun, and the cleanup is so much faster. Ice cream and popsicles. When my kids were young, the summer rule was that ice cream and popsicles needed to be eaten outside. We also would make our own popsicles, nothing fancy, from grape or orange juice. Full disclosure, we ate a lot of ice cream and popsicles in the summertime. Buy a sprinkler. Every kid loves water, and every kid loves a sprinkler. There are a ton of different styles, shapes, and sizes, but even the simple garden variety works. Sometimes we would just put a hose on our jungle gym slide. Voila, a mini water park. Paint rocks. My kids loved this activity. I would buy some washable paint and we would collect rocks and then paint them. Even very young children can do this. An even better activity? Do this when the sprinkler is running. You have an instant way to wash and cool off. Sometimes, if I didn't have paint, we would just paint the rocks with water. Simple, right? Blow bubbles. There is no child who does not love blowing bubbles. Buy everyone their own jar or help them share and let the fun begin. Outside, of course. 10 free summer activities for kids by Adina Soclof of ParentingSimply.com. One of the nice things about summer is that you don't really need to spend a lot of money entertaining your kids. There is always a whole slew of activities in your neighborhood that are usually free. Here's my top 10 list of free summer activities for kids to inspire you. 10 free summer activities for kids. Parks. We have a whole system of parks in our city, Cleveland. We spend a lot of time exploring them during the summer. There are beginner to advanced hiking trails to choose from. If it is hot out, there are some parks that offer creek walking, which is always a blast. Many have ponds and lakes where you can just feed the ducks, check out frogs and tadpoles, and other wildlife. Museums. In most cities, there is always one day a week that is free at most museums. I like to save museums for rainy or beastly hot days. The Botanical Garden as well as the zoo also have days where there are no entrance fees. Playgrounds. This is almost too obvious to put here. However, if you have exhausted the playgrounds in your neighborhood, find out if there is another one nearby that you might enjoy. Sometimes the novelty of different equipment can keep your kids busy for hours. Pet store. My kids loved going to the pet store. There's nothing like seeing new puppies, all kinds of tropical fish, and then my least favorite, the snakes and lizards. Again, I prefer for our summer activities to be outside, but sometimes you just need some indoor time. Have fun at home. As I mentioned in my article, 5 Simple Ways to Get Your Kids Outside This Summer, there are so many simple things that you can do at home. A picnic in your yard, blowing bubbles, running through the sprinkler, making popsicles and painting rocks are all things that cost almost nothing. Sometimes it's the simplest things that are the most fun. Make popsicles. A quintessential favorite. Just keep some popsicle molds on hand. You can keep it as simple as pouring juice or a fruit drink into the molds. Watch movies. Browse Netflix, borrow one from the library, or see what's at Redbox. Try out some of your favorites when you were younger and introduce your kids to them. Read aloud. Reading together is one of the best bonding activities that you can do as a family. It's always fun to go to the library, browsing the kids section and coming home with a big pile of books to devour. Learn to cook. Try out new recipes together and brainstorm lunch ideas for back to school. Declutter and have a garage sale. The slower pace of summer makes it a perfect time to declutter things you aren't using anymore. Turn them into cash by having a garage sale. You just listened to the posts titled 5 Simple Ways to Get Your Kids Outside This Summer and 10 Free Summer Activities for Kids, both by Adina Soclof of ParentingSimply.com. And thanks a lot to Adina for all those great tips for outdoor and indoor activities this summer. Though sometimes as parents it can be tough to come up with new and creative ways to keep the kids engaged. But by golly, we got some today. And engagement. That's the important word to focus on for parents these days, I think. In the suggestions Adina offered throughout both articles, there's a lot of opportunity for kids to bond with parents and fellow children, which is more important than ever before given how much opportunity kids have to disengage now with the rise of technology. I know it's a song that's been sung a million times, but the summer is the easiest time of year for both children and parents alike to detach from electronics with ample opportunity to spend more time together and have that time be outside rather than in front of screens. So even if none of Adina's suggestions today are of interest to you for whatever reason, and you're still looking for more, try leading with the idea of interaction and just see where that takes you. Time to wrap up though, everyone. Good luck with that, and enjoy this first weekend of summer. We will be here to enjoy it with you now that we are 7 days a week here on ORD. So if you find yourself with an extra 10 minutes, come on back and listen to us tomorrow and Sunday, where your optimal life awaits.